So as always guys, I want to give a shout out to one of my good friends out there. I will leave a link in the description down below, so please give me a favor, go check it out. I know I've been shouting out so many people, but it's good because sometimes you guys can find something that you like and some different YouTube channels, and I think it's the way to go to help each other out in this beautiful hobby that we are in. So please go ahead and check out the channel. I will leave it up on the screen right now. What's up, fish fam? So today's video brings us to fall, and as you see, I'm already wearing a hoodie because temperatures unfortunately dropped a lot in the past week or so, and I'm sorry for not posting so much, but I'm back already and the winter is coming, and it's gonna be a cold one, I'm assuming, because it's already getting cold. It's not even September 1st yet, but it's already super cold. And it brings us to that season again where most of us will have to stay at home and film from inside, but not me guys. I will come up with a lot of surprises for you. Brings us to today's video guys. I want to do a care guide on black mollies since I own so many of them, and I have a lot of good experience and knowledge in keeping black mollies because I kept them for so long. And check out these ducks behind me. There's two little ducks over here right behind me, and they're already getting ready. And over there are some geese as well. I don't know if you can see. They're getting ready guys to fly to some warmer temperatures again. It's that time of the year, unfortunately, and it's always kind of sad when the summer starts to leave you and then you're back to that 8 months of coldness and all of that kind of stuff. To show you guys these geese, they're already not acting up so much, and they didn't have much babies this summer for some reason, unfortunately, but they're coming. They're already about to leave. Maybe I'll say another week and they will be gone from here. So it's nice to have the last look of them and say kind of a farewell goodbye to them. They're gonna be back hopefully next season. And this brings us to going back to our fish room, of course, and checking out our black mollies. There's a lot of maintenance that I have to do. So let's go back and start looking at the fish. So guys, let's start and talk about how to take care of these beautiful fish that are named black mollies. I personally kept black mollies for the past 5 years, and at the moment I keep them in my 36-gallon Bowfriend aquarium, which is fully planted as you can tell, and it looks phenomenal. And this is partially why I have so many fry and so much black mollies, because the fry can hide in between all the plants and it can nibble on the plants, and it has a higher chance of survival, especially in the aquarium with dwarf gourami, with mollies, which even can eat their own fry. So it's super phenomenal to have this opportunity and be able to show you guys how everything is in actual nature, because this is the closest as you guys can get to the nature and keeping black mollies in their natural habitat. So firstly, I want to start and talk about their hardiness level. These guys are phenomenal fish for beginners because they're extremely hardy and they will tolerate most of the water differences and temperatures, especially if you're a new hobbyist and you're looking into getting some beautiful and fast moving fish that's cool together. This fish is definitely should be in your top 5 list because they are so hardy, and I kept them for 5 years like I said, and never had any issues with them dying off because of some ammonia spikes. Of course this stuff can happen if it's going to be way too high, but as long as you're gonna change water on a regular basis and do your maintenance, you will have some happy and very nice looking fish. The second thing that I want to talk about is of course the temperature. So these guys can be kept anywhere from 72 to 78, but I personally keep them at 80 and it's perfectly fine. It's very good temperature for breeding purposes, and they're very active, very happy at this temperature. It's very important to know what you guys want to do with black mollies, because it brings us to the third point, which is how to detect male from female, because maybe you guys don't want to have babies in your aquarium. Maybe you just want to have a few mollies and some other community fish and don't worry about all these fry, and sometimes the fry population can spike and you guys will end up with lots of fish and you won't know what to do with it. So how to distinguish males from females? It's very easy actually. Males have this long straight anal fin that they use to reproduce with females. And the females have this rounded fin that looks like a fan pretty much. And it's very easy to distinguish. If you guys ever look at the mollies, you guys will be able to tell right away. So if you are buying mollies and you don't want any babies, that's what you want to look for, of course. Another thing that is very awesome about this fish, that it can live with the different types of community fish, which brings them to be phenomenal and very beautiful looking fish. And the reason for that is because they're not aggressive at all. They're very active. They can be aggressive towards each other because of the mating problems and mating situations, but they're not aggressive. They're not bothering any other community fish. So this brings us to what types of fish I can keep with black mollies. It can pretty much range to any peaceful fish that is similar size to black mollies. And those types of fish could be dwarf gouramis, electric green eye tetras, neon tetras, coolie loaches, peppered cories, different types of corydoras actually, different types of bottom dwellers that are similar size, bloodfin tetras, you name it, guys. You know the idea, and you guys can figure out by yourself what types of fish you want to keep in your community tank. In my situation, you can tell that I'm keeping them with different types of fish as well, and they're doing a phenomenal job. So this brings us to, what do these fish like to eat? And as you see right now, they're going crazy because I'm feeding them some nice tropical flakes that are pretty much any types of tropical flakes would work, as well as bloodworms, which is a great treat for these guys, brine shrimp, mysis shrimp, you name it, guys. These guys will eat most of the food, some nice pellets, small tiny pellets for tropical fish. And look at them going and enjoying their meal. They're always up for a food, and they're very aggressive feeders. So as soon as you put your food in the tank, they will smell it right away, and they will all pile up together, and they will start eating that food as fast as they can. And the other very cool point about black mollies is, of course, that they will pick up food from the bottom. Unlike other tropical fish that mostly feed, like for example dwarf gourami, never goes down on the bottom and looks for food. He always eats from above. But black mollies, they work as a vacuum. So as you see right now, they're already on the bottom, and they're trying to find and eat all the food from the bottom. So it's very unique and very cool fish because it works as a cleanup crew as well. This brings us to how many mollies should you keep, and in what types of aquariums you keep them. Me personally, I wouldn't keep them anywhere below 20 gallons aquarium, but this is my personal opinion because they're very active fish, and you want to have at least 4 to 6 mollies in your aquarium, just because they like to communicate, they like to socialize. And it just looks phenomenal when you have more of them, and they swim around with very fast across the aquarium and along the aquarium, of course. So I would keep approximately 4 to 6 in a 20 gallon without any other fish. But of course, if you keep to plant some community fish, then probably 4 would be your best number. And they get up to about 3 inches of size. So they don't get to be very big, which is a plus, especially if you plan to keep them in a smaller aquarium. This one is a 36 gallon aquarium. As you see, it's not even super big aquarium, but it's getting to the bigger sizes, of course. And 20 gallon aquarium would be perfect for these guys. And you can also keep them with some other community fish, which is awesome. And they're very beautiful fish and active fish to look at. And males, dominant males, as you see this guy over here, they get to be a little bit bigger and very colorful. So that's a very cool part about these fish. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you have any questions or something that I missed, of course, please leave a comment down below. I would highly appreciate it, and I will always help you out. Maybe I missed some information, but this video maybe will be helpful for somebody who's looking into some information about black mollies and want to find out a little bit more. So it's super nice and unique. And let me know if you like these types of videos, and Please stay tuned for the next video or so, maybe not the next one, but in a couple weeks or a week time frame, I will be breeding my beta fish with my female beta fish. It will be super phenomenal. I can't wait, guys. And as always, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and give a like to this video if you want to support me, and I'll see you in my next videos like always.